This is the demonstration for the owl drawing. It's a very simple owl drawing, but it's also abstracted a bit, so it's not going to look as realistic as the owls in the Nat Geo video that we watched. But it's going to have the basic essence of the owl that we learned about. So, the first thing that we want to do is just understand the size and the space that we're going to draw. So if we draw a really tiny owl like this, and then we try to trace it in Sharpie, you know, the patterns and the lines are going to get a little bit blurry. So I want you to really think about using the whole page, but think about the body being about the top 2/3 of the paper, leaving the room for the folded tail down here, okay? So we're going to start up here by drawing the number 6, a big fat number 6, okay? And then we're going to do a backward 6. And if they don't match exactly, it's okay. Please don't erase it. See, mine don't match exactly. Don't erase it. Don't stress about it. Doesn't really matter. It's okay. So we've got the tufts up here that we learned. We don't really know what purpose they serve. They're not the ears, actually. And then we've got the eyes here. Excuse me. I'm going to go kind of fast, so if you need to pause at any point or rewind, please do so. Next up, we're going to draw the body, and the body's a nice letter U, like a lowercase or uppercase for that matter, U, without that little tail right there. Okay? Now we're going to go back and we're going to draw circles in the eyes. And then we're going to draw another circle in the eye. And then we're going to draw some lines around it that are going to represent the tufts of hair. So remember, this is very simplified. Okay, we're going to draw that beak. So the easiest way is to do part of a triangle here, part of a triangle here, makes a diamond or a rhombus. So right now we kind of look like we're drawing, well actually, right, if you cover that up, it kind of looks like a cricket or a grasshopper. Let's see, next up, let's draw the branch that it's going to sit on, that the owl's going to sit on. So we're going to make a bumpy line. Not a super bumpy line, but we want it to look like a tree branch, so give it some texture. And I'm going to draw another one down here. For the feet, you can do one of two things. You can just draw another U like this, or if you would like to give it the talons, remember the claws, you can draw those. All right, and then we're going to think about the tail. So it's going to go behind the branch, so skip the branch. Oops. Remember, own the mark you make. So if you make a mark you don't like, just own it and know that we can improve it and we can add things to it. Okay, so next we're going to draw the wings. We're going to think about parentheses, like when you're reading and you see parentheses. Do a parentheses here and a parentheses here. So it's a parentheses down and then back up. A parentheses down and then straight up. So there's our wings. Now we're going to give our owl some form on its body. So instead of drawing stripes like this, that will make it look flat. We want it to make three-dimensional. We want it to look three-dimensional. We want to give it form so that it is rounded. Now, because this is an abstracted owl, I want you to think about how you can add different patterns to your owl. Please do not copy me. I want this to be your owl. I mean, obviously you're copying the directions on how to make the body, but yours still isn't going to look like mine. So I want you to add whatever pattern you think you'd like to. Just remember, you're going to trace this in Sharpie. So I wouldn't draw them too close to each other. And you can make your owl have whatever kind of pattern you like. make sure I do this the way I want. There we go. All right. Would not overcomplicate it. Don't make it too busy. So because this is going on, I'm not going to add too much down here, but I could add some patterns down here, but I'm going to keep the patterns down here pretty simple since I have a lot going on in the body. And since I have a lot going on in the body and the tail, I'm going to leave the wings blank. Then the name, your name actually goes where the tail and the branch meet. Okay? So that's the owl drawing.